All right, let's go over research and how to use AI to do research for your products and offers. So in this lesson, everything that I do and the examples here are done in Clouded.ai. You can also try it in ChatGPT, but I've found that Clouded is a lot better and it gives much better outputs. So I always recommend Clouded. And here I've given examples for a product or for gummies for hair and nails. But right here, I'll give a different example as well. So we start with market research about target customers and their pain points. So the prompt is, I want you to do market research for the product. Tell me who is my target customer and what problems they're dealing with on a daily basis that this product could solve. Tell me everything in detail about their daily life, their insecurities, pain points, how it affects every aspect of their life, self-confidence, work relationships, etc. So I will take this prompt and I will replace it with something like for compression socks for leg swelling. And in this example, it gives me detailed output about the primary target audience, daily life and the pain points, the secondary markets, and the pain points that this product addresses. So here you can see the primary target are nurses working 12-hour shifts, restaurant servers, office workers, flight attendants, basically anyone who spends a lot of time on their feet. Also pregnant women, elderly, people with medical conditions. But I think the main audience here and the widest one would be people who are working on their feet all day long. Now, daily impacts and physical challenges. So struggle in the morning to put on shoes, having to elevate legs multiple times during work, and that's to find relief. Emotional, social impacts, so embarrassment, avoiding social activities, anxiety, reduced confidence, work-related struggles, reduced productivity, difficulty focusing, having to explain, frequent bathroom breaks, which they use to get relief. Then relationship effects, so the reluctance to participate in active dates or social events, avoiding activities partners enjoy, their routines affected, so morning routine extended to accommodate leg care, regular need to purchase larger size shoes, financial impact, the ideal solution world, and so on. And then you can extend it by saying, like, write 10 quotes the target customer tells themselves about their problem. So here, for example, I used to love wearing skirts and dresses, but now I just wear long pants to hide my swelling ankles. I'm always feeling feminine. Every morning I pray my shoes will fit. Some days I have to force my feet into them, and by evening I can barely take them off. I feel like I'm too young to be dealing with this. People probably think I'm just overweight, but they don't understand it's a medical issue. I should get up and walk around the office more, but I'm embarrassed about how much I waddle by the end of the day. I just stay at my desk instead. And then next, which you can continue in the same chat, is about common solutions that fail to work. So now you just don't need to insert anything, just use the same prompt. So now I want you to list all the solutions they've tried, write it in this format. So the product solution name, what they thought before the first use of the product or the solution, and what are their thoughts after using it for a few times. So regular athletic socks, these are cheaper and easier to find. The medical socks, they should provide... where did I leave? Oh, it glitched out. All right, let's see if it works now. All right. So basic compression socks from drugstore. These are so before the first use, they thought that these are affordable and easily available, must be a good starting point. But after using it a few times, they think they roll down constantly, cut into my skin, and are a nightmare to put on. Plus, they look like medical gear. Then elevating legs with pillows. So they might think that this is a free natural solution that should help. But after trying it, they say it helps temporarily. But I can't exactly prop my legs up during work or while shopping. It's getting old having to arrange pillows every night. And then you have other ones like water pills. They might think this will flush out all the excess fluid, problem solved. But after taking them for a while, they say, now I'm running to the bathroom every hour and the smelling comes right back because I'm worried about taking these long term. And then you have a few other ones. Then the next is common market assumptions about the problem. So once again, you don't have to have any input in the prompt. You can follow the same chat and use this prompt. So what are some common assumptions that our customer has about their problem, solution, etc.? Why do they think the problem is happening? Are they hopeful of solution? And what do they think is the reason they haven't been able to find a solution all of this time? So common assumptions they might have is, it's just because I'm getting older. if I could just lose some weight, this would probably go away. I must be doing something wrong in my lifestyle, and maybe I'm just not tough enough. Other people seem to handle standing all day just fine. It's probably genetic, since my mom had the same issue. And their beliefs about why it's happening. So they often blame themselves first for poor diet, lack of exercise, or weight gain. They assume it's a natural consequence of their job choice. They think it's purely a circulation issue that they can solve by moving more. So here are some hopes. Many maintain optimism that there's a miracle product that they haven't discovered yet, and this is something you can take advantage of. They often hope that a natural or non-medical solution exists. So also, if your product is natural or it's not like medical, then you can emphasize on that point. Some believe that if they could just find the right combination of lifestyle changes, the problem would resolve, and so on. And why they think previous solutions haven't worked. So they might have self-blame. I probably didn't give each solution enough time to work. Or they might have product skepticism. All these products are just marketing gimmicks, which also, like all these, you need to address. Or for example, nothing really works. Companies just want to take my money. So this is an objection you handle with having a strong guarantee. Or the real solution must be too expensive for me to afford. Medical frustration. Doctors don't take my concerns seriously enough. There must be a underlying condition they're missing. And also, if you're writing a VSL, you can amplify on this and share something they might not know, or something nobody's told them about their problem yet. Then implementation challenges. I can't maintain the consistency these solutions require. My lifestyle makes it impossible to follow the recommended routines. So if your product fits well into their lifestyle, you can address that. And the emotional journey they have. So at first they're in denial. Then they search for a solution. Then the frustration or disappointment, the current state they're in, and hidden hopes they have. Now, next we have desired outcomes. So you just copy paste, then you fill out the target customer. So write 10 to 20 quotes of the desired outcomes for our target customer, dreams about achieving one day. You can even not fill it out. Like here, I would have people, or like women working on their feet, like multiple times a week. So I would just leave our target customer. I'll even put in brackets, women who work on their feet all day. And they should give me like 10 to 20 quotes. And usually there will be like 3 to 5 or even more that are really good and that you can use in your copy. So let's read out like 2 or 3 of them. So I want to get through a full 12-hour nursing shift without having to stop and elevate my legs. Just imagine being able to focus completely on my patients without this constant distraction. I dream of wearing my cute heels to work again and just keeping them in the drawer and staring at them longingly. I miss feeling stylish and professional. Or like they might have an event coming up and they might think my goal is to dance at my sister's wedding without worrying about how swollen my ankles will get. I want to be completely present in the moment, not counting down until I can sit down. And it gives you a lot of valuable insights. Now, getting to the root cause of the problem. So now the prompt is now break down the actual root cause of why the target audience experiences the problem. Explain the process in their body that causes it to happen. So I would say, explain why women who work on their feet all day experience swelling in their feet, ankles, legs. So here it gives a bunch of reasons and a bunch of things you can like look around and think maybe there's an angle in here. For example, here we have gravitational effect. So when standing, gravity constantly pulls blood and fluid downwards towards their feet, which makes sense. And also when you're choosing your mechanism, it's important for it to make sense to the viewer. And this creates increased hydrostatic pressure in the lower extremities. And the longer someone stands, the more this pressure builds up. And then they have the venous return system. So blood is meant to flow back up to the heart through veins. And this upward flow relies on muscle contraction. Calf muscles act as pumps. And B, one-way valves in their veins that prevent backflow. And C, normal vessel elasticity. And then standing, this goes like step by step. So gravity pulls it down. And usually your body relies on your muscle contraction and these one-way valves to pump the blood back up. But the standing still disrupts the system. And a lack of movement means calf muscles aren't contracting regularly, meaning they are not pumping the blood back up efficiently enough. This reduces the natural pumping action. Blood and fluid begin to pull in their legs, and vessels stretch from constant pressure. And over time, vein walls can weaken, and valves become less efficient. And then basically, how it leads to swelling and how the problem can even get worse and how it's worse for women, and some compounding factors. So it makes perfect sense. And then, for example, this is, you can ask like what's the most common cause if there are multiple causes, like here, but right here is just one cause, basically the gravity and the muscle contraction, and their valves and the vessels are becoming too loose and not working efficiently enough. So I want to ask that because I already understand the problem. And here, basically, for this supplement specifically, I asked it in more detail. So I can just say this. So stop using bullet points. Give me a clear and simple answer in 2 to 3 sentences. So sometimes it gives you the answer you're looking for on the first try. Sometimes you need like maybe 2 to 3 more inputs to get AI to be more specific and give you what you're looking for. So now it summarized it in 2 to 3 sentences. It said, when you stand for long periods, gravity constantly pulls blood and fluid down on your legs, causing pressure to build up in your blood vessels. Normally, your calf muscles act like pumps to push this fluid back up to your heart. But when you're standing still for hours, these muscles aren't actively contracting, so blood and fluid start pulling in your legs. Over time, this pulling forces fluid to leak out of your blood vessels, the surrounding tissues, causing visible swelling in your feet, ankles, and legs. A problem that's often worse for women due to hormonal influences that affects blood vessel flexibility. And then I assume the compression socks basically squeeze their legs and squeeze their blood vessels a bit and help getting the blood back up to their upper body. And then you can continue. And now continue. Explain how our gummies, or explain how our compression socks can step in and solve this issue. So compression shocks work by creating gradual pressure that's strongest at the ankles and gradually decreases up the leg, essentially acting like an external muscle pump that helps pull blood fluid upward against gravity. And yeah, it makes complete sense. Now moving on to product research. So now I want you to do more research on the product, how it works, and everything else about it. Below the prompts I provided. Below the prompt, I have provided you with all the product details. Please explain how the product works to solve the problem of our audience. And we already, since it's compression socks and it's a more simple product, we got what we needed here, but I'll still use this prompt. So I will just put it there. How the product helps to solve leg swelling, like leg, feet, ankle swelling. And then you basically here you would insert the product details, but I don't have much else than just compression socks, so I will use that. So here it basically asks me like for more details. I'll just say they're just market standard compression socks. Go with that. So here it basically breaks down the first time application process, immediate physiological response during the first hour, throughout the workday, ongoing physiological changes, and the results timeline. Now, moving on to the unique mechanism. You can use this prompt to figure out the unique mechanism for your product and offer. So the prompt is, I've attached all the product info and research I have for our product. I need you to act as world-class direct response copywriter and come with 10 variations of unique mechanisms. This includes the unique mechanism problem, UMP, and the unique mechanism solution, which is our product. So I will use this, but since I don't have the product information here, I will just delete this. Now I need you to act as world-class copywriter and come up with 10 variations of unique mechanisms for our compression socks for leg, feet, ankle swelling. So I kind of saw the mechanism myself when it said that gravity pulls the blood down and your body is struggling to get it back up, but compression socks act as an external muscle pump and get it back up. And it might say something similar here. Yeah, for example, here, the first one. Also, in the prompt, I didn't read it out, but it said, so remember, write 10 UMPs and UMSs in total, ranking from, in your opinion, the best worst. So this should be the best one in the opinion of AI, and this should be the worst one. So the best one is standing creates a constant downward pressure in your legs, forcing a fluid to leak out of your blood vessels, like water is being squeezed through a sponge. Your body can't fight gravity alone. So our gradual decompression socks create an upward pressure wave that works against gravity, guiding fluid back into your circulation, which is a good one, and I would use this one. Let's see what else it suggests. So hours of standing causes your veins to stretch and lose their natural tension, like a rubber band that's been stretched too long. This makes it harder for blood to flow upwards. Our compression socks act as an external support layer. So this, I would use this mechanism for if my target audience consists of more people who are maybe they stand instead of walking all day, like in their job, like a nurse would. They are like sitting all day, or they're just like standing and barely walking. Then I would use this one. But because they're walking and their calves are contracting, they might think like it doesn't make sense. So I would say I would put this one that like hours of like on your feet stretches and loosens up your veins. And another mechanism is when you stand still, your like muscles stop their natural pumping action. Fluid begins to pool, similar to water backing up behind the dam with no release valve. And the solution is to graduate the pressure in our socks creates constant gentle movement of fluid upward, maintaining circulation even when you're standing still. And yeah, that's it for the mechanism, and that's it for the research. Pretty much, you can just ask any. There's not like these are the main templates you can use, but there's a lot more you can ask, and it just depends on your offer. So just treat it as someone who knows everything and can tell you everything. You just need to ask it in a very specific and detailed way, and then you'll be able to do all the research you need using AI.